ask the UNWTO officials. I know we don't have a framework yet, but how do you assess, or what is your assessment of the sustainable efforts of the countries, particularly the global efforts and the Philippines effort in terms of sustainable tourism?
Probably to answer this question, the best person is actually from your own country, Alan. I call him Alan, but your Undersecretary, Mr. Canizal, because he has been the authority in tourism planning and more recently in advocating the sustainability principles. If I look at it from my perspective, probably you wanted to look at how, since we're talking about a technical conference here, it's a statistics conference. In the long past, when we wanted to look at the tourism development, we wanted to actually prove how tourism contributes to the national economy. And that's how the origin of the development of the tourism satellite account. Because for so long in the national system of accounting, we all always know that veggies that you produce by a farmer belongs to the national accounting of agriculture. The desks, these tables, or any furniture in the hotels belongs to another accounting system. And none of these belong to a separate accounting called tourism accounting. So in order to prove that actually tourism, because we brought the clients into the hotels, because we brought the travelers into your country, those veggies can be sold in the hotel. Hence, we wanted to prove the economic significance of tourism. But we don't want to duplicate, because if you have the agricultural account of the veggies, you cannot duplicate, because that's the same dollar. Hence, we say we have a sub-account, which is called satellite account. That is about how to prove the economic importance of tourism sector. Now you mentioned about the sustainability. We wanted to go one step further. That tourism is not only a good force for economic prosperity of a country, but it is also a good force for the overall social harmony and happiness of a society. And that relates actually to the social aspect of the significance of tourism contribution to a nation. And in order to do that, we wanted to also measure items like employment, items about community development. That is not a sheer economic aspect. So if that can answer some of your questions.
Would you like to make a quick reaction to that, sir?
Yeah.
Here.
I think the purpose of this conference, why it's about measurement, and most people don't think that's very exciting, but what we really after here in this conference is better measure for better managing. You only can make your sector really sustainable if you do know what's going on. And that's also, I think, in our international year, very well, it's very well formulated what we want in tourism. We want sustainable tourism, and with sustainable tourism, we mean tourism that respects the environment, tourism that respects the host communities, and well, there was another one, and also is economically viable, because if it's economically not viable, then it doesn't work. On the other hand, we talk about development, and development, I think it's really, you want a better life for your people, not only a more prosperous life. Through a more prosperous life, of course, generally you also have, but also that means you need to earn money to pay for things like education, to pay for things like healthcare, etc. So that's what we're after in tourism. It's not that we are after tourism just to earn as much money as possible. No, we really want to contribute it to development. That's what's in our international year. And I think in this conference we bring the two things very much together. Talking about your own country, the last thing I would like to add is I was very impressed by your senator this morning in his speech. Some of the things already have found their way in your legislation. That's really quite impressive. And that's where, as UWTO, we would like many countries to go. Thank you.
Last question, sir?